Now that we got done with the shitty prequels of Star Wars, let's talk about the good one. The ones that changed the world. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Alright, so this movie is the fourth installment to the Star Wars franchise. Technically, it's the first Star Wars ever made. This movie came out in 1977, and so much stuff was going against this movie when it was being made. Little fun fact, Comic-Con was celebrating in San Diego every summer. The first Comic-Con premiered Star Wars, and people thought it was a stupid idea, was never going to work. George Lucas didn't really want to make Star Wars at first. He always wanted to create a Flash Gordon movie. It got denied, so he created this thing called Star Wars. So setting up Star Wars Episode 4 is set 19 or 18 years after the events of Star Wars Episode 3. The Empire has ran the galaxy for the past 20 years. The first shot of this movie is so better than what it is in Episode 1. People ask, what is the way to watch Star Wars? The way to watch it, I mean in what order to watch Star Wars. The big question is, when you have a kid, in what order are you going to show them the Star Wars movies? I think you start out with Episode 4. You shouldn't see Episode 1 where they're asking if they can land on the Trade Federation ships. First experience with Star Wars, you should see a big white ship and another smaller ship. What's so awesome about Star Wars, it's very straightforward. Anybody can get Star Wars. That's what's so appealing to it. You know who the heroes are, and you know who the villains are. You know who the Darth Vader's the villain because he's wearing black. Who Luke Skywalker is because he's wearing white and he's the hero. This is such an awesome Star Wars movie, or movie in general. It's a movie that really changed the world. First off, Darth Vader is so freaking awesome. He's probably one of the best villains of all time. For the first moment you see him, he's choking out a guy. He was like, "There are the plans to the Death Star." And then he just chokes him out and throws him against the wall. And he's like, "I want you to rip this shit apart. I want you to find those damn plans." Guy is so intimidating. Also, you have Princess Leia, played by Carrie Fisher. This is back in a time where women weren't really respected that high in the movie industry. Women were the ones who they couldn't do anything for themselves in movies. They were the ones being held hostage by somebody. A big man had to save them. Oh, I'm a man. I'm Gaston. Oh. Not Princess Leia. Princess Leia is a badass. She helps Han, Luke, and Chewie escape from the Death Star penitentiary by thinking really good. Luke's a really cool character. Cool about Luke is he's so relatable to us. That's the problem with Jake Lloyd's Anakin in Star Wars Episode 1. He's not relatable because he's a little kid and he's so talented and everything. Luke's just a farm boy who's not involved in anything, and he has a greater purpose for him. It makes Luke so relatable to us. He wants to be more than what he is. And that's what's cool about Luke Skywalker. Also, you have the two droids, C-3PO and R2-D2. He has the Death Star plans R2-D2 has. R2-D2 is a cool character. I talked a little about it in my other reviews. Someone said R2-D2 is the most reliable character. He doesn't talk shit, he gets his job, and he does it excellently. Also, you have Obi-Wan Kenobi in the movie again. He's played by, I don't really know his name. Really awesome in the role. What's cool about Star Wars is doing what The Force Awakens is doing right now. Nobody really in Star Wars Episode 4 was well known. I played Obi-Wan Kenobi was the most well-known actor of the group. Star Wars made Harrison Ford's career. No one knew who Mark Hamill was. Nobody really knew who Carrie Fisher was. That they completely ignored in Episode 1 because in Episode 1 you had actors like Liam Neeson, you had Ewan McGregor, you had Sam Jackson in the movie. You didn't know who anyone was, so you didn't have a label type of that character. I think one of the biggest reasons the prequels failed was because there was no character like Han Solo. Han Solo is the coolest character of all time, probably. He brought in that wit, he brought in that sense of humor that the prequels completely lacked of. Also, practical effects. Star Wars used practical effects. One of my biggest problems with the prequels is that it doesn't use practical effects. It uses so much green screen. In Episode 2 where Anakin and Padme are rolling around green screen, water leaks, whatever, it's just terrible. Every effect in this movie is practical, and that's what's cool about Star Wars Episode 4, and I'm glad they're going back to it in Episode 7. This movie is so quotable. Stay on target. Stay on target. Don't everyone thank me at once. No reward's worth this. This is where the fun begins. The force will be with you. Always. See, I'm just quoting stuff. That's what's awesome about Star Wars Episode 4. The dialogue's so great. So quotable to me. And Star Wars Episode 4 is a great startup point for the Star Wars franchise. It created people who today became such fans of Star Wars movies. J. Abrams' 2009 Star Trek movie. It's pretty much what he would have done for a Star Wars movie. But you Trekkies right there are probably going like, well, actually, it's more Star Trek. No, it's bullcrap. It's Star Wars. Shut up. The movie's great. It's great. It starts a whole franchise of Star Wars that expanded 500 movies, 2 TV shows, and so many video games and 100 books. This is the movie to start it all. A movie that jumps Harrison Ford into a movie star. If you think about it, without Han Solo, Harrison Ford does not become Indiana Jones. He made this old Star Wars after he was done being Han Solo. It's like, that's part of my life's over. This is where his career really shined in the beginning. I'm going to give Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, a 4.8 out of 5. This is an awesome Star Wars movie. It's my second favorite Star Wars movie. Have you seen Star Wars Episode 4? And if you have, what are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. Tell me, what's the most quotable line from Star Wars Episode 4? If you like this video, click that like button. Then click that subscribe button to stay updated. And go to my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/darveasy. Stay updated what's going on in the world of Easy Nation. All too easy.